Alright guys, now I know we've been tracking stuff with AMC and GameStop's chart hasn't looked the prettiest, but pretty much I deleted my drawing and I took a step back and looked at it from a basic perspective and said, you know, if AMC's tracking what happened back in January like this, then this is exactly where GameStop is tracking as well. And in that case, GameStop is going to have a retracement somewhere down to $18.30, that zone. It doesn't have to be those exact levels, but this is something that you could see playing out with GameStop going forward. Now AMC was up almost 5% on the day. It started to get a little bit of poppy, like it wanted to have a run, and then started trading sideways again. With that being said, this week was not our week. I know everybody's expecting the run for AMC, GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond going forward. However, nothing is invalidated quite yet, and all of the charts look pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. We're gonna cover everything here so you don't have to watch another video here on YouTube. Just make sure to subscribe, have post notifications on, because 60% of you guys don't subscribe, but you keep coming back to my videos and I really don't understand it. It does help me out tremendously. Hit the like button. Let's get into the video. Also guys, it was a crazy week with GNS running over 600%. Somebody calling it out in my Discord before it ran 600%, and somebody also making almost 20 grand this week in a single trade. So shout out to you on Discord. Now as for the AMC chart side of things, the chart is pretty validated. The only thing we are going to need coming into Monday of next week is volume to pick up and push us to the upside. If we start going red next week, that is because market makers took advantage like they usually do on AMC, GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond, and they literally pump short exempts into these plays. They drop the stocks, they collect this money, and pretty much all of your money goes to thin air, right to the market maker. So keep in mind, those shares have to be located at some point, so it's not all over yet. Whether they get pushed into the algorithm next week or not, AMC's chart is still validated to play out the way that we're tracking, which is what happened back in January. As for GameStop as well, we just need volume to pick up, and if Ethereum Classic starts to run over the weekend, which is something we can pay attention to, then you can essentially just expect AMC to run on Monday. It's not a guarantee, nothing's guaranteed, but literally 95% sure that AMC is going to track the way Ethereum Classic trades. Now the S&P 500 is a little bit green today, and you might be asking yourself, was I wrong for selling off my stock? Is the market actually going to pump? And my response to that, in my opinion, I don't give financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but absolutely not. I don't think the market is ready to pump as well. I think this is something that you can see play out with the market, a little bit of a pump back up to around 395 before getting that initial push lower on the S&P 500. You see it time and time again after a major sell-off. It sold off hard here, got a little bit of a rebound, got rejected again. You saw it back here, sold off hard just the way it did back here, and you got a couple of green days. So in my opinion, I see another green day maybe for Monday, and then a smack even further back to the downside. Just to disclose, I still hold my Bed Bath & Beyond calls and my AMC calls. Bed Bath & Beyond is still validated, but it is getting close to that threshold that I talked about. If it breaks under $3, I'm probably jumping out of BBBY for a loss or just holding till zero. But either way, I do think a break below $3 will invalidate the setup that I have drawn out. Bed Bath & Beyond should flag out and break to the upside theoretically. You do know that they loaded it with short exempts this week. We've been covering it. As for the Ortex numbers on AMC, this is for APE first. They are non-applicable according to Ortex for the cost to borrow, so APE isn't reporting cost to borrow. That's the only thing that changed. The short interest is still sitting at around 5% with utilization at 84%. As for AMC, cost to borrow average 245, max 260, and minimum 228, so they are still paying double their positions, at least 22.03% short interest with utilization still maxed out at 100%. Now we have something interesting to talk about. According to Stock Tracker, 65,000 shares available to borrow, 30,000 calls expiring in the money, whatever. You saw short exempts load up 600, 800, 700,000 back to back to back. They're stumping the momentum. They don't need as much for AMC and GameStop as they do for Bed Bath & Beyond because we didn't have enough volume on either of the stocks. Now, do you guys remember when the tokenized share was a big thing that was theoretically backed 1-to-1 and used to infinitely short AMC? The only time this price had something very, very weird happen was on February 9th when it hit a low of $2.57. Now, if you come over here and read this, you'll see that AMC saw options trading volume of 275,000 call contracts, representing approximately 27.5 million underlying shares, or approximately 93.6% of AMC's daily trading volume over the past month of 29.4 million shares. Especially high volume was seen for the $2 strike put option expiring March 17th, 2023 with 27 1,728 contracts trading so far, representing approximately 2.8 million underlying shares of AMC. Now, keep that in mind, $2 strike, March. If you come back over to the option chain, you will see that, okay, March 17th, the option chain is loaded with puts. There's over 400,000 contracts for puts. And this is weird because if you come over to the tokenized stock, you will see that AMC on March 17th was trading at exactly what it would have been trading at on February 9th of 2022. Now, if you come back to AMC's chart really quick, we're tracking that run up that happened back in January, correct? The last time we were at $2.57, which is the green line back on the bottom of my screen, is exactly where we are tracking right now, which, you know, if you guys want to put my tinfoil hat on me, you can, or if you want to drop your thoughts in the comments down below, drop them down below. But if AMC doesn't get its rip this week, in my opinion, this is a very dangerous game. What's happening, connecting the dots, right? Again, tinfoil hat. But some sort of cycle that happened back in January is playing out backwards, and it's something that I'm going to have to draw out and track come next week if we don't get that push. And it's just very scary to say the least, but let's move on. According to Stock Tracker, GameStop, 550,000 shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 21%. Options chain, we got slaughtered. Over 1 million calls and put contracts expiring out of money, just poof into thin air. As for Bed Bath & Beyond, the short exempts were absurd every single day. They stumped the momentum so bad. 1 million calls expiring out of the money. 0 shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 201%. The pressure is still on for shorts who are in Bed Bath & Beyond. The volume is still there. Adam Aron tweeted this today: if you question why AMC keeps on raising so much cash, in tough times, companies who don't just die. Number 2, Chain Regal filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy because it ran out of cash. Of their 546 US theaters, the bankruptcy judge was told they now intend to walk away / close fully 108 of them. Now, you guys might be asking yourselves, and you might be pissed, why isn't Adam Aron doing what GNS did? Why isn't he coming out and, you know, fighting against naked short selling? And apparently he just doesn't see it happening, right? Even if he clears that for the company, is that necessarily going to squeeze shorts out of the play? Absolutely not. Speaking of that, the CEO of HLBZ, which ran over 100% today and was called out by somebody in Discord, will attend the peaceful protest at SEC headquarters for retail protection and naked short misconduct. Also, another stock to keep on your radar is Mullen, ticker symbol MULN. Mullen reverse split just got approved today, and proposal 2 for 5 billion share dilution will be voted on at a reconvened shareholder meeting on January 25th. So they got the reverse split passed. They're pretty much trying to do what AMC is doing, reverse split and instantly dilute so they can raise cash. That is currently what is happening with Mullen. Now, speaking of naked shorting and misconduct, the DOJ offers 75% reduction in fines to companies that just come out and admit crimes. They incentivize companies to self-disclose wrongdoing, and the Justice Department updates corporate enforcement policies for this 75% reduction in fines. And those who don't admit but at least cooperate will have up to a 50% reduction in fines. Amazon is shutting down its charity program amid massive company-wide layoffs, claiming its ability to have an impact was often spread too thin. Ticker symbol W, Wayfair to cut about 10% of its global workforce, and Google, aka Alphabet, to cut 12,000 jobs in largest ever round of layoffs. While US home sales dropped 17.8% in 2022, which is the most since 2008. Guys, it's happening at the same degree, if not worse. ARR has limited withdrawals from a real estate investment trust after investors sought to pull out their money. You can see crisis happening across the board, and you can see even Bank of America not giving people money, and now KRR limiting withdrawals. You have these bigger players with all of your money that is tied up, and when they get in trouble, they say, listen, you're gonna have to hold on because we're gonna save our own ass first. And you can see this across the board. Nobody's gonna stop us because, you know, they're in the same liquidity crunch that we're in right about now, so there's nothing you can do about it. Guys, just be careful with your money on exchanges, and your money, if it's not in your hand, just be worried about it in general. Speaking of that, gold, after a 5-week rally, a 5-week of gains, is finally cooling off, and Binance named as a counterparty amid a money laundering scheme with Bitslotto, if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Whatever. But one of the most trusted crypto exchanges, Binance, is named as a counterparty in this $700 million money laundering scheme. And just to end the video, bankrupt crypto companies between 2022 and 2023 include Three Arrows Capital, Celsius Network, Terraform Labs, Voyager Digital, Core Scientific, Babel Finance, Hodlnaut, Genesis, BlockFi, ZipMax, and FTX. Genesis finally today just filed for bankruptcy completely. Overall, guys, this is what I got for you for today's video. I'm looking forward for the sentiment going into next week. Hopefully you found value out of the video or just enjoyed watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Make sure to join the Discord, guys. Don't wait on it. Seriously, there's absolutely no reason to wait on joining that. Also, don't wait on getting your free money using my link in the comments or in the description by downloading Moomoo on your phone or computer and depositing literally a penny. You're basically using no money and you're not going to notice it, and you're going to get free stocks for opening an account and making a deposit. That is it, guys. I love you all. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get us to 1,000 likes, and share the video. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.